We begin with the aftermath of I Thought You Were Stronger. Turns out, we thought Engstrom was dead, but somehow he wasn't despite looking like that. He once again got fixed by his technicians, and now with months of preparation, he makes his move and begins what is known as the Invincible War.
Pathetic! Best tiger!
Day 1 begins. While Rex is helping Ray move, an explosion causes him to spring to action, leaving Ray behind. Invincible arrives at the prison he is on standby for and finds himself. The heroes that are there believe he is an alternate Invincible and start fighting him as Powerplex escapes and sets his sight on Mohawk Invincible. The world is reacting to this global catastrophe of 18 evil Invincibles wreaking havoc across the world's cities, destroying and killing as much as possible, all under the watch of Angstrom Levy. Oliver, despite his mother's wishes, wants to help save people, and with the situation as dire as it is, Debbie allows him to go. Invincible and the other heroes defeat Mohawk Invincible, and Cecil's Reanimant are able to kill Flaxen Invincible, but not without heavy damage and casualties. Cecil is determined to continue to do everything in his power to control the situation that threatens the entirety of the world. Day 2 begins. More heroes are sent out on dangerous missions to help save survivors and defeat Invincibles. Oliver gets confused and encounters Cowl Invincible, whom he begins to fight with the other heroes in the area. These Invincibles have shown to be extremely ruthless, just as or even worse than the Viltrumites we've seen so far. Invincible and Eve try to take on Veil Invincible and Omni Invincible, but Eve gets severely wounded, which causes them to retreat while Cecil's Reanimant are sent in. At Guardians HQ, Lensless Invincible is able to defeat Black Samson, Duplicate, Shapesmith, and gives the Immortal the classic decapitation. However, he is taken into the Shadow Realm by Darkwing 2. Debbie refuses to be safely locked away since she needs to be kept up to date since both of her kids are fighting, well, her kids. At Upstate University, William is saved from rubble by Rick, while Retro Invincible raids the Teen Team base, defeating Monster Girl and Robot. Bulletproof attempts to fight him until he takes Amanda and Rudy away, leaving good old Rexplode to deal with Retro Invincible.
My entire goddamn skeleton, dickhead!
Despite the world needing him more than ever, Mark stays with Eve in the hospital, choosing emotion over reason. Some Invincibles are able to be taken out, but it is far from over yet. Day 3 begins. Angstrom summons the Invincibles and demands them to hunt our Invincible and bring him to him. However, no surprise, the Invincibles don't comply due to conflicting deals and morals. Angstrom also saw this coming and sends them away for the time being. Invincible is made aware of Angstrom's presence and begins a battle of attrition with his thousands of drones. Oliver arrives and tells Invincible to kill him already.
No!
After failing to fulfill more of his deals, Angstrom is taken over by his technicians, whom he now works for. The Invincible War is over, and now begins the hard and painful recovery process. Powerplex continues to lash out and blame Invincible for everything. The Immortal is rebuilt again, but this time he quits and wants to just start a family with Kate. Cecil asks Mark to become the head of the Guardians, which he declines due to the tensions, stress, and just everything he has to already deal with. Speaking of which...
Stand ready for my arrival, worm. I am Conquest, and I am your last chance to fulfill your duty.
So the only thing I want to do right now is hit something as hard as I can.
Good.
Absolute cinema. This episode of Invincible is a masterclass in chaos with breakneck pacing that fits the entirety of the Invincible War. All of the evil Invincibles are different in their own depraved ways, and Steven Yeun portrays all of them with an impressive performance that is distinct for each of them. Rex's death was heartbreaking to see, but it was unfortunately overshadowed by the world-threatening disasters happening everywhere around him. A true hero that had an incredible arc. People like to shit on Invincible's animation a lot, but luckily, the rumors were right, and this episode was significantly better visually. This event affected everyone on Earth, every hero and every person. Except for Machine Head. Where is he in all this? Angstrom went completely off the deep end even further, attempting to end the world just to destroy Invincible and his reputation. This man needs to be put under, and luckily, it seems like for now, he is. Mark has gone through a lot. Shocking. But in this episode, the shit he's gotta deal with is unlike anything anyone has ever had to deal with. The destruction of human civilizations, the death of his fellow heroes and humans, his image being completely tainted, and now, with all of that, the universe adds one more thing. One more person he is required to conquer in order for the world as we know it to see another day.